Hello guys, another episode of As Billy Sees It. Me and my fantastic 5 views. That's my boy Vader. He's a very fearful 6-month-old Cane Corso, and this is how we are basically desensitizing him along with socialization. I'm telling you, if this dog sees a lizard run across the sidewalk, he will freak out and rear up like a wild stallion feeling a bridle for the first time. I'm waiting for somebody to call the ASPCA on me because they think I'm probably killing him, but all I can do is kind of walk towards him, get some release pressure off the leash, release some release. Wow, I can't even talk today. Just let some of the leash pressure off. But even that, he's fearful. He's spent a long time with his siblings, other Cane Corsos and chickens. He's doing really great in some places. He does great in the house. He acts like a dog. He plays fetch. He jumps around like a very uncoordinated dog. And his tail wags, and he's just a big lover. All he wants to do is just lay in bed with me, and I don't let him in the bed. Lay on the floor, lay anywhere, and just lay around and get love. Very, very sweet boy. Very, very conscious of his surroundings. Very typical of a Cane Corso. Cane Corso is a guard dog. It's in their blood, genetically. And that's what happens. And they have, fearful periods of time. It comes and goes in certain dogs. Some dogs never see it at all. I just happen to be the lucky one with this guy, right? When I'm telling you, I've never seen a dog run from a squirrel. We were walking today and a squirrel went in front of him to get up in a palm tree. And he freaked out. I don't know. I guess he thought the squirrel was coming to kill him. He's so aware of his surroundings that anything outside of certain norms just is a sensory overload. So let me tell you right now what a great stride this is. A week ago, he spent every car ride on the floorboard. I had to put this little leash on him and tie it to the headrest back there. You see that? To keep him from climbing up here, because he would climb up here and then try to get under my feet while I'm driving. It was insane. He would get up in there like a clamshell and you couldn't get him out. Like he would, it was nuts. Getting him out of the car. Oh my God, getting him out of the car. I literally have to grab him by his front paws and get him started. Once his feet are partially like down and out, he'll walk the rest of the way. But if I just open the back door and he doesn't have that leash on like that, he jumps in. We play hide and seek. I can't get him out. Now it's much better. I open the door. I open it slowly. We have a slight conversation. I rub his face. He'll come to me, put his head down. I take that leash off and put on his other lead. Then he's fine. I've been working with him. I never work with these damn things. I don't like them. I have a retractable leash. It's not a rope one. It's a thin, flat rope. I don't know what you would call it, but anyways, it's a retractable. I'm not a big fan of them. I had bought it for George years ago. Never really used it. George is pretty much 90% off leash everywhere I go, anyways, even in the grocery store. And I have found that giving him that little bit of room sometimes, when he does find some comfort, he'll put his nose down. Look at that face. Put his nose down, start sniffing, which is what I want. I want him to get out of his brain and into his nose. Get out of that, oh my God, somebody's going to come around the corner and kill me. He's still doing his projectile poop sometimes. In the elevator, if the door opens and there's somebody standing there, he will literally have a turd come out his butt. And I feel bad for him, but at the same time, he's stubborn. And if I baby him and he figures out that he can win, forget about it. I won't get him out of the damn house. He'll just sit there and stare at me. So he's gotten good now. Even at the house, there was, in the beginning, I would have to grab him by his paws and kind of pull him. Now he just knows that if I back up and if I go down to even touch his foot, he just starts walking forward, because he knows he's not going to win, and no, I'm not hurting him by pulling on his feet. Just him sitting there looking out the window is huge. I don't even know how to explain it. So let's see how he does if I open the window. He's gotten good, because the first time I opened the window on him, yeah, he was under the dashboard. Let's see what happens here. He likes when I open it now. See that? He would have ran in the back of the truck. It's not a truck, it's a Telluride. I don't know what the hell you want to call these things. Oh, nah, you can't go too far. You want me to roll it up? Has it bothered you? Alright, it's up. And that's what he does. He gets a little scared. He's a big boy, man. He's so big. I think he's grown since I've had him. I've only had him 2 weeks. 2 weeks yesterday. He's a big boy. What are you doing? Are you special? Are you my baby? Are you my big boy? I know. You want to hear me talk baby talk? Get me around my dogs. Him and George are doing well. George will actually let Vader walk up to him and give him a kiss before Vader got within 2 feet of George. George would run. And this is alone time. I have him in the car. I don't have George with me. My little mascot's not in my seat. This is just me and him. Some desensitizing. There's a little park up here. I want to see if there's any people. It's not really a park. It's kind of like a parking lot place where people go. This is Hillsborough Inlet. Back over there is a place that's got grass and a place to go, but there's way too many people here, and he would have a meltdown. He goes to the office every day. Today I walked him around by my house where there's always people walking with their dogs. So I didn't push it. Instead of trying to walk with him on the same sidewalk, I walked in the street because there's no cars that come. And he got to see that the dog and the dogs on the leash and the people walking the dogs weren't out there just to hurt him. And little by slowly, he's getting great. You know, it's a lot of desensitizing. It's a lot of noises. It's a lot of socialization, and I can't really socialize him and take him into a Home Depot or a Lowe's because he is so still very full of fear that if somebody came walking around the corner with a shopping cart, he'd have a meltdown. Somebody would call the police and think I'm trying to kill my dog, even though I didn't do anything and I'm just trying to contain him. And, you know, sometimes I talk to him and tell him, come on, you're all right, let's go. And then sometimes I talk to him like he's a baby. And there's a really thin line where you can reward him or try to tell him everything's okay. But when he's in a fearful mode, when a dog's in a real fearful mode and you start, oh, it's okay, you're basically telling him it's okay to be fearful. So it's kind of like a dog chasing a lizard and you recall him back to you, and when he gets to you, you tell him what a bad boy he was. You just basically told the dog it was bad for recall. He doesn't know about the lizard 10 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago, 20 seconds ago. And the same thing with fear. So I can't really get into, training with them. Because with dogs like this, there's going to be corrections. They're mild. I never trained dogs where it's a harsh correction. But corrections are necessary. When he's full of fear, there ain't no hot dog or toy that's going to get his attention. Now, see, that's perfect. You know why? He's panting. Panting is he's relaxed. Believe me, the AC is on. It's fine in here. But he's more relaxed. He's got his tongue out, and he doesn't have his mouth closed. And he's not licking his lips. He's learned to kind of relax in the back seat, which is great. Again, very small baby steps. I swear sometimes it's like friggin' Groundhog Day. We go through the same thing we just went through yesterday. I'm like, are you kidding me? And I've never, to be quite honest with you, I've helped people with fear for dogs. I've never owned one. And it's a trip watching his entire disposition change when he sees something, or a noise, or a bird, or a squirrel, or a lizard, or a person comes around the corner, or just out of nowhere, things like that. There we go. That's a good boy. Anyways, that's my boy Vader. And that's the... Hey, at least I'm ending this video by myself instead of hitting the stop button on purpose. Have a great day.